where we receive casualties for our forward observer and the anti-tank gun as well. So we've got a visual here now, and that's a Panther parked on the junction. He's been spotted by, or identified by, 3rd Squad, who are hidden and have a limited target arc. More infantry identified here by the forward observer. First casualty, that's not good, so we lost the forward observer himself and one of his colleagues was wounded. Fortunately, we managed to call in the artillery before he was taken out of action. Whether this artillery is actually doing any good is hard to tell, but as I said in previous episodes, using the hard cap rules, when you call in artillery, you are not allowed to adjust it. So the forward observer team have been hit quite hard, but I had to leave them where they were until the artillery started to arrive at the TRP. So there's only one guy left there and he's wounded. Let's take a look at the anti-tank gun because they receive casualties as well. So the ammo bearer team, their leader has been taken out. And then the anti-tank gun itself, we've lost a couple of casualties there. And that's it. So what do the Germans do? More armour herd coming down the road. And now that armour has been identified. That's a Panzer IV. A couple of Panzer IVs actually. Okay. Now, does the anti-tank gun team get a shot off? You see their ammo content here, 8 high explosives, 40 armour piercing and 7 armour piercing discarding sabot. That's what they finished the term with. What do they start it with? So they fired 1 APDS. Let's see when that happens. Just as they were hit. So let's zoom in, have a look at the action here. Take the icons off. There's the gun. And there's the Panther in the background. Let's get a good camera angle for you. Nice shot of some artillery landing in the background. Let's wind it back a touch more. Okay. So the receiving fire from the Panther. Now it looks like they fired and the Panther fired at the same time. Did they hit the Panther? Another thing with hard cap rules is you're not allowed to have the hit locations on when it comes to armoured targets, so you don't know how much damage you've caused, if any. Let's see where this round goes. That's really hard to tell. I'm going to have to go behind the Panther and see it from their point of view. I'm sure they fire at that point. Yeah, they do, but I think it goes over the top. That's really hard to tell, but it looks like that Panther is still very much in action. So, time will tell on what's happened there. Let's zoom out and get the icons back on. And have a quick look at first squad in Die Hard's Group 1 pulling back. This actually worked, pulling them back in groups instead of as a whole unit. Here's the foxholes that they come back to. Icons off for you. Zoom in a touch. And let's watch what happens. Artillery falling in the background again. Here comes the first group. Second group. Taking a bit of fire, but no casualties. And the third group are on their way now. Just coming over the ridge. There you go. That's them safe and sound. So, icons back on. Get towards the end of the turn. There we go. And a quick summary of what's happened here. Better check, see if there's any other German forces approaching from any other direction, which they're not. So artillery has pretty much finished falling here in the centre. Artillery has started to fall on our left flank. How much damage it's doing is hard to tell. The forward observer team on the left flank in Die Hard's Group 2 has been in effect taken out of action. The anti-tank gun has fired a round at the Panther that you can see that's parked on the junction there, but they are pinned and cowering, so looks like they're not going to take another shot anytime soon. And we had a Panther in the centre start to trundle down the road, but appears to have stopped. And first squad in the centre have managed to successfully pull back to the foxholes, as has the forward observer team started to pull back from the front line as well. So a bit more action there on turn 11. We'll move on to turn 12, and thanks for watching. Well, after ending the last video, I reviewed the action because I really didn't know what happened to the anti-tank guns shot at this Panther. I've paused the video here just for a good shot of the Panther firing at the anti-tank gun on his way to Wiltz here. What actually happened was The Panther got its round in and actually destroyed, knocked out the anti-tank gun before it could fire. The discarding sabot round that I thought the gun fired was actually a casualty to the gun bearer, ammo bearer team. So the gun didn't actually get a round off at all and has now been knocked out. So that's really not good news. They sat there for 10 minutes waiting to do their bit, and the first opportunity they get to take on some armour, the Panther gets the first hit in and the anti-tank gun is knocked out. So I'll wind it back 5 seconds just so you can see what happened in real time. There you go, well and truly taken out of action. Disappointing, but it is what it is. There's the Panther just making sure there. Okay, on to the next turn.